The Misfits, Chapter 5. Mission Gone Awry, Part 2. My name is Logan. I was genetically enhanced, and I'm linked to the Demon Brother Sword of Excalibur. I leant against our block of flats, and Sophia walked out of her apartment and looked at me. Dante had not yet returned, and I was worried. "He ain't back yet?" Sophia asked. "Nah, it's been over 24 hours. Midnight should have been at least the latest. The boss has not gotten a payment either, which means he's not signed off," I replied. The sun hung low in the morning sky, with one singular cloud that rolled through the blue sky all by its lonesome. "Wanna go looking for him?" Sophia asked me, already knowing the answer. "What do you think?" I asked back. "Come on then," Sophia said. She closed the door, locked it behind her, and then we made our move in hunt for Dante. We walked for a while until we reached the forest. Apparently to the boss, that was the location to his last mission. We walked through the trees. The forest was empty. No sign of animals, no sound of birds, little critters, nothing. There wasn't an echo throughout the forest. It was dead silent, and silence that was disturbed by us walking over the twigs and branches that crunched underneath our feet. "Can you smell that?" Sophia asked, covering her nose with her sleeve. "Blood. Might be Dante. Come on," I said rushingly. Our steady walk became a rushed run. We ran through the forest until we came to a clearing. I noticed the dead demon laid on the ground, his body limp and lifeless. We scurried around the area, past some more trees, until we found Dante laid in the mud. His leg was trapped, encased in a big metal jaw of a bear trap. "This explains a lot," I hissed. I withdrew the X-Reaper and held it tightly in both my hands, the blade pointing downwards, the tip hovering just above the bear trap. "Soul sacrifice! Piercing light!" I called out. The blade started to glow and extended. The burning white light cut through the steel like it was butter. I deactivated the enhancement quickly, making sure I didn't hurt Dante even more. Sophia grabbed the bear trap and pulled the teeth out of Dante's leg as I sheathed the X-Reaper on my back. "We need to keep it from being infected," Sophia grunted. "We need to get him back to the boss ASAP," I ordered. I then scooped him up and we rushed back to the boss as quickly as possible. We sat impatiently in the boss's office. Sophia kept on sighing long and hard, and finally the boss walked in and automatically poured himself a scotch and sat at his desk. We both stood up and walked over to him, standing before him, and as I cleared my throat. "What's wrong, Logan?" the boss said, not looking up at me. "How's Dante?" I asked him. "He'll live. Turns out you hybrids take a lot more medication than us average humans. Now both of you get some rest, you're off to Egypt," the boss stated, looking up at me. "What? Egypt? Hell no, Dante still have action," Sophia argued. "We have been hired by a business partner of mine. He is having some issues with a group of mercenaries, supernatural kind of course. You two are going to take my jet and you're going to deal with this issue. We are getting paid, of course, and because I own your asses, you'll do as I say," the boss barked. I let out a short, sharp huff. I spun on my heel and headed for the door. I stopped, then I turned my head. "Sophia, come on. You heard the boss," I barked. Sophia growled, then turned and followed me out the office. We both sat in the private jet as it soared through the air. "Well, the actual fuck, man. We can't be doing this. Dante still needs us," Sophia snapped at me. "The boss ain't gonna let him die. He values us, remember?" I retorted. "No, he values money and getting paid. Just we're the way to get it," Sophia sighed. "Right, okay, can we just agree, get the mission, kill the mercenaries, get back home as soon as possible for Dante?" I stated. "Yes, agreed," Sophia nodded. The jet landed and we walked off the jet and was greeted with a rather large man in a suit. "Ah, you must be my bounty hunters," the man snarled. "Sure," I nodded. "Call me Don Scrump. I'm a vastly wealthy and vastly organized individual, trying to spread my name in the cocaine business. See, I call it cocaine, but it's not. It's bones from a specific demon indeed, grounded up, and when you snort it, it gives you the best high of your life. Now there might be some weeds in my safe haven garden, and I need trimming. You guys are my little weed killers," the man said to us. "Point us in the right direction, Don," Sophia sighed. "Come with me," Don said. He led us to a beautiful building etched in Egyptian culture and artwork. We were led into an apartment block of some sorts. The apartment we walked into was surrounded by very large windows. Don pointed to one, and several guards cleared the way, allowing us access. They all had guns, pistols, and rifles. Normal human weapons. We walked over to the window, and I was handed a pair of binoculars, and I peered into them. Across the street, camping on the rooftop, was two guys and a woman, all muscly and rather toned, mostly wearing black. One of them had a tattoo. One of them had a tattoo on his neck that we both recognized. A tattoo that meant trouble. Mostly for us. I now understood why Don wanted us to take these people out. I handed the binoculars to Sophie so she could have a look as well. She let out a small gasp, then she handed the binoculars back to me as she looked over to Don, who was busy dealing with two rather lazy guards. Now what do we do? Sophia asked me. I don't really know. I don't really want to deal with the order, I muttered. We both shared a look of complete confusion and intense concern.
What you have just listened to is a product created by the Three Ranger Bros Studio.
Hosted by three cosplaying fathers who
happen to be massive geeks of all sorts of fandoms.
They are Mark, the Red Cornish Ranger,
Cosplay Dude 637,
and Ty Tiger.
The studio covers different types of YouTube videos, TikToks, podcasts, and live streams.
If you wish to find out who cosplays who, the YouTube channel, the TikTok accounts, and the podcasts, and all of the other social media platforms,
please go to the 3rangerBroStudios.com.